So here what we have is the seat. Let me throw a picture up right now on the screen. This was originally a dealer's seat, a poker dealer at the Sahara Hotel Casino, which closed in 2009 or 2010 in Las Vegas, Nevada, after having been there for, well, since the beginning of Las Vegas, the early 60s, if not the late 50s. I'm not an expert on the history of the Sahara Hotel Casino, but they had an auction when they were closing it, and one of the things that I picked up there was this dealer's seat, and it had a bit of an gaudy or ostentatious seat that was originally covered in a very this was the original let's go ahead and show you the original seat. Obviously not in very good shape, and then it had a band around it that was this blue and then red that went around the front of it, all the way around it. This is the seat. You've seen the picture. I've shown you the picture. I'm throwing that up on the screen. And this seat, this was the inside of the back where the dealer sat, and it had foam, of course. And this was I like how it's in the shape of a spade, if you look at it closely. A lot of different colors going on in here with the gold trim there. And then on the back of this, the seat back itself was this multicolored woven fabric with some gold piping. So that to me was very interesting, but I wanted something a little bit less interesting, and I went with the colors of some ivory canvas material. This is a waterproof outdoor canvas. You get it on Amazon for I think $5 a yard. It's not very expensive, but it's treated on the back of the canvas with a waterproofing treatment. Now, I'm not going to have a link to this or anything on the in this video, because I'm not an affiliate to Amazon, and I'm not making videos to make money. In fact, my videos aren't even monetized, and even if I had 1 million views, they wouldn't be, because it's not my preference of how YouTube works. I like the YouTube when you could do video responses and what have you. But anyway, I do love YouTube for the educational content that it provides, and for whatever this is worth to you, I had no idea how to sew when I started this, and I couldn't even sew a straight line. But anyway, I became extremely, I decided to get myself a sewing machine. At first I was looking at used sewing machines, and then I bought myself a Singer 4423. And it's a heavy duty Singer. It was only $119, I think, delivered from Amazon. And the very first thing I ever sewed with it was this pillowcase I just grabbed out of the closet, and I said, let me see what I can do. Now, this is not the first thing right here. I've since used this as a test piece many times, but I believe this is my very first stitch right here. And I couldn't even maintain I couldn't even maintain a straight line when I started. But I did start, and then I set the machine in zigzag and started doing that, and and I practiced. The first thing I started making was bags, like little makeup bags. I found a pattern online, and there was a guy called Kevin Sews. This was the very first pattern right here. The very first thing I made, this is the pattern to a makeup bag. I didn't know anything about sewing when I started, but I started using YouTube as an educational resource, and I enjoyed myself, so I kept going. And then I said I want to start doing upholstery. It's ironic because I grew up in an upholstery family. My family owns a company called Regal Upholstery and Drapery in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I was offered the opportunity to work there when I was younger, and I could have apprenticed as an upholsterer and gone somewhere with that, but I didn't. I was a rebel. Anyway, what this is foam channels, and this piece right here started out as just like this. And this is just some foam backing right here. I picked this up at Walmart of all places. And now, though, when I see couches thrown out at apartment complexes or anywhere on the street, I pick them up immediately, and I'm deathly afraid of bed bugs, so I don't take them with me anywhere, but I strip them of their foam and their Dacron stuffing or fiber, which is a very expensive product. That's, I think, the second most expensive thing in an upholstery project is the foam, and the first, of course, being the fabric. But this is what I started with, and then I just traced my outline of my original foam here on the back of this, of one just like this, cut it out, and then I had measured my skirt here, or boxing as it might be called, and this is the top plate, and this is the side plate, and I said I asked what I need, I figured out what I needed, and then I figured out, what, I want to do something a little bit different. I'm going to put the two tones into the skirt, and then also, I decided to do a French seam, where the seam for original sewing is in the middle, and then you run a top stitch right here, and I did that in a contrasting white thread, and then on this side I did the top stitch in the contrasting black thread. And so this is literally 3 seams right here, so it's very durable, and also I think it makes it look a little better. Now this right here is going to be the seat back right there. It's going to be right here. I still saved the original foam that came with it. It's in great shape. The brackets that hold the chair together are right here, and there they go. They actually go right there, and the foam goes right there, and then this would have been what was originally over it. This is an L bracket. Of course, I sewed this too as well, and put that on there. But I'm just showing you this so you can see that anybody can do this. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. There's plenty of videos to show you how to sew, and I'm not an expert anyway. So you need to watch people like Alexander Dyer. I'll put some links to some other channels below. That's what I'll do for you. You don't get anything for that. Now this is going to be the back to this, you see. Right? And then this was originally wrapped in a which I think is really cool, a metallic vinyl. The outside right here was wrapped like this all the way around, and you've seen the picture, and then of course, like I said, this was right here. So there's lots of colors going on here, right? That's pretty fancy looking, right? Yeah, I love that. But now I'm going to be wrapping it in this black, and I wanted to have something to contrast it. So this is going to be right. I'm going to move this out of the way so we can still stay in a frame here. Right there. Now this is going to be wrapped in this right here. This is just a piece of fabric. And I'll wrap this here like this. It'll go all the way around. Right? Eventually it'll be on there. It's hard to picture it right now, but it'll go on there, and it won't look like that. It'll be like that. And I wanted another contrasting piece here, you see, with the French seams. So if you look, that's the back side of it. It's sewn together first, and then you flatten these seams out with an iron, and then top sew on top of them, and you get a French seam. So, but anyway, I wanted this contrasting piece, the black and the white, or the ivory, and This will be wrapped around here like this, and then my new piece, which will be this piece. You know, it'll be kind of hard to picture. It'll be here like this. You'll see that. Obviously, I'll cut it to size. I won't be folding it under or anything like that. And then that's going to be, you know, this piece. Of course, don't let me forget here. It's going to be some foam under there, right? So that'll be there. That was the old piece. And then on the back, I'm going to do something a little fun. I'm going to use the same kind of foam here. This foam here. I'm going to use that. And then I'm going to put, because it's going to have, this is my nod to Vegas and the gaudiness. And some blue foam, some blue satin. And that'll be right there. And so that'll be like on the very back of the chair. Let's go take a look real quick, if we should. Now this is a machine that I decided to use. I went and got this. Here's some jeans right here that I'm getting ready to hem. I've got them inside out, and I'm gonna hem those jeans. But this machine right here, well, let me go ahead and get under here and get this. I've added a light kit to it. I don't want to make you sick, so I'll do it slowly. But if you look, there's a cool little LED light kit there. That was like $10 on Amazon. You know, maybe I should become an affiliate, right? No, I'm not going to. Anyway, this is what's called a walking foot machine. But this is not a very expensive one. This is $199 at goldstartool.com. Now I got it on sale. It's back up to $299. So it was $200 when I got it. Now it's back up to $300. But it's worth every penny. Sailrite manufactures a look-alike machine like this. Conso, Reliable, Rex. Several people manufacture this machine. They're all more expensive than $300. In fact, the Sailrite's probably $700. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the Sailrite's worth every penny of the $700. It has a lot of things that are better than this machine. You know, the stitch length selector is much better. The quality of the components is much better. But if you're willing to put up with some maintenance and you don't mind tinkering, all right, then spend. It was $200. Would I spend $300 on it? Yeah, it's $300. But I'm not going to spend a fortune. Now, this is in a table. It's not an industrial table because it has its own little motor back here. And this is the NewTek 607. Okay, so you go on the website and you take a look. You'll see. Okay, it's a straight stitch only walking foot portable. It's in this table is a 1951 table for a Singer sewing machine. And the Singer sewing machine, because I kind of got hooked on machines. Here, let me just pull it up for you real quick. It works perfectly fine. I just take one out of the other, and nope, I just lost my my bobbin cover. I'm not going to look for it right now. That just came off. But this is the machine that was originally in this table. I got this machine and this table for $45 on Facebook Marketplace. And all I did was, I'll show you back here. All I did was, let me show you. I want you to have a really good look at this. So, I'm going to get the good light. All I did was replace this motor with a $20 motor on eBay. Okay, and I found this, it came with a bracket, but the bracket was super cheap and super thin. I got this bracket. All these brackets, everything, they're so similar, and so many things are standardized in sewing because of this company. This company helped do that. Singer, of course. But this machine was made in 1953, I believe. But this machine, and it had the original motor, but this motor cost $20 on eBay. It came with the belt and the hardware, and it came with a bracket, but I didn't like the way when I tightened it down, the bracket bent a little. So I got this bracket out of a machine I literally bought for like $20 on Facebook Marketplace, of course. So then all I did was I went through this machine. Let me show you the bottom of it. And I oiled it and cleaned it. It was completely filthy and dry. It literally had cobwebs and mouse nests in it and everything. And I went through it completely and cleaned it completely and oiled it and got it working, and it works like a charm now, folks. This machine's great. So for $45 plus this, $65, I've got a machine that has the attachment points for industrial attachments. Let me show you something here. We have these attachments, like this attachment right here. These attach right here on this machine, and what they are for is they're for like taking 1-inch wide webbing that you would make like out of dog collars and leashes, and folding them in half, and so you can put them on the edge of another piece of fabric. Anyway, look that up. Folders and edgers, attachments, sewing machines. Google that and you'll see it. Well, this machine's got that too, because this was a home machine back in the day. But back in the day, 1953, that meant not just the home, it also meant the farm. It meant the way the family took care of themselves. So this machine had to do everything. Not only did it just sew clothes, it had to sew farm clothes and maybe gloves, maybe even heavy things, not saddles, but maybe leather things for the straps and things for horses, maybe like bridles and things. I'm not saying anything too heavy, but it had to sew a lot of heavy things. So anyway, let's go on. So what I really got hooked on sewing, folks. So here I got a serger, and I love my serger because I'm making clothes now too. So yeah, you're seeing it right. A Singer that works just fine, and I'm looking for a stand for that right now. I found a couple for $20. I just haven't found the time to go get it with work and everything. I got this machine and the Singer stand. I'm gonna get another Singer stand for my Singer and stick it right next to it, because these machines, the thing about it is you can put one attachment on that machine, another size attachment for doing hems on this machine, and then another then you got your serger, and then of course my Singer heavy duty that started me out and got me sewing is still a great, awesome machine with like 23 different stitches, and it's great for making clothes and everything, and also doing heavy duty stuff. It's called heavy duty for a reason, because it is. Look, it is very heavy duty. This will sew leather all day long, folks. And I'm not talking about just apparel leather. You can sew like purses and bags and everything. And what I wanted to do is to show you can start out with just this machine, folks. Just $100 machine. And the reason I didn't buy a used machine from off of Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist was like this, was because I didn't know enough about them to make them work. I didn't even know how to thread bobbin. I mean, I was reading things on reviews and stuff about this machine saying, "Oh, whatever you do, don't use a metal bobbin." Well, hey, look, I got a metal bobbin in here. It works great. I can change that bobbin thread and change out that color of that thread in a heartbeat now. I got myself a thread stand back here. Look, I got all kinds of different threads. I got all kinds of different fabrics. And yeah, this is a spare bedroom. Let's kind of use this as my little workshop here in my little computer room. And like these are the bags I started making. See, we got that pattern I showed you is this bag. This is the blue satin that I got on there. I made it out of this. Right? It's got a nice velvet inside. I still haven't finished sewing it in because you have to hand sew that in, and I'm gonna do it. It's a couple Christmas gifts. It's Christmas Eve, so I better get busy. Anyway, that walking foot machine though, you need that for heavy fabrics and upholstery, and that's where I ended up. Oh, by the way, this all started because I wanted to. I got a quote on my son's 1982 Ford pickup to reupholster the front seat, and it was $600. And I said to myself, well, hell, I can buy the material and a sewing machine for $600. And in fact is $200, $65 repaired, $110, $180 delivered. So 2, 4, 5, 6. Now it's not counting fabric, but now all of a sudden I got the bug. And I'm doing these are all, I started out doing all these projects. This is the first thing I did to start to learn to sew. And then, I kept going. I didn't stop with just that one. No, don't get me wrong. I grabbed myself some other bags because I said, you know what I need to do? I need to make some gifts for people. And I got to keep going, right? And so you do keep going, and you don't stop. So, look, the very first bag I made, right here. Kitties on it. That's the first bag I made. All right. Then I made another Christmas gift. It was for my girlfriend's daughter. Another makeup bag. Then I made one for my girlfriend. Look at that top stitching right there, folks. It started getting better. I started getting fancier. And then we got a red velvet bag with a black velvet interior. I kind of smushed it picking it up real quick, but hey, it's a makeup bag. And then look at this bag. Hey, that's a nice bag. I made that. And I made that with just my serger, for the most part. What do you think, Chanel? You like the bags? Or you just want the bone? Can I have that bone? You're going to keep the bone? Okay. So you see, I got that line. Now this is all great practice for me to take it, all because I wanted to reupholster a pickup truck seat. So I ended up with the stuff I need to upholster. Now I'm going to upgrade from this, and I'm going to get myself like the Juki walking foot machine, or the Consew, a bigger machine. But for now everything's great. I really there we go. That machine is heavy, by the way, folks. It is really solid. And then again, so is this. This is considered an industrial portable machine. This is made out of cast iron, just like that one is. Now, this one over here, it may be plastic. I'm gonna tell you something, folks. All the internals, all steel. It's got a few nice little things like that right there. So I can put my cuffs on there and do cuffs, and then do the hem, which I'll be doing with my on the jeans here in a little bit. This heavy duty machine can handle the denim sewing going through those heavy duty Levi's. In fact, this machine has the same thing. It'll come right off, so you can do the cuffs and things like that. So, and this is a brother serger. And don't be afraid of sergers, by the way. People say, "Oh, I don't know how to thread them. I don't know how to do it." Give me a break. It's got a graphic right on it. It tells you how to do it. It's easy to. Let's see if we can see the threads. It's easy to thread these things. They're fun too. Anyway, folks, it's 23 minutes too long. I just wanted to, if you're having fun with sewing and you got the sewing bug, keep sewing. Do it. I mean, go to Gold. If I'm going to promote anybody, it's going to be goldstartool.com. You go to goldstartool.com. Look at this thing. $10. I got all those bobbins, plus a case. And it's a foam case. It's really nice. It holds the thread in place when you take them out, so the thread doesn't completely unwind. And when you change colors. Look, folks, it took me 20 minutes to get the thing threaded. And it took me 20 minutes to get it threaded and change colors. When I first did this, I can do that in 30 seconds now. Same here. It took me a day to figure out. I'm not kidding you either. It took me, okay, you gotta put up with it. It took me a day to figure out how to change this bobbin right here that I know how to do right now with just in seconds. Look at that. Goes right back in, right there. Look at that. Right back in. Give it a tug. She's in there. Folks, and then of course I just do not have anything to do with little tiny spools. We got the big spools going right there. You get some great deals on Amazon and eBay on threads. Don't be afraid of buying Chinese threads. Where do you think your clothes are made? You think they import American threads? When you buy your Korean threads, you can be sure that they're being made with these very same Japanese or Chinese threads. Don't be afraid. You get these things right here. This is heavy-duty polyester for upholstery. And remember this rule, folks. Polyester if it's going to be in the sun because they have great UV resistance. And bonded nylon if it's not going to be in the sun. Bonded nylon. I love bonded nylon for leather. I love polyester for leather too. These are this is thick polyester made for heavy-duty upholstery and leather applications. But if it's going to be in the sun, you want to use polyester. If it's going to be in your back pocket, you can use bonded nylon. Yeah, but I like polyester all around. It's cheaper, and it's almost just as durable as nylon. Nylon is stronger, but not by much. And if you're not parachuting out of a plane, I wouldn't worry about it too much. So anyway, folks, thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later.